Floyd is our director, incredible director, works with Alexander Payne, has co-produced films like The Descendants, he's been a second unit director on most of Alexander's films. He's incredible. So yeah, we work very well together. But I tell you, as we developed this project, it's called Sacred Journey, so everyone thinks it's like this heavy thing. It's not. It's got laughs, it's comedy, we play with it, we play with the characters, we play with Sedona. So it was really fun for us to go back into our comedy roots, you know, and kind of say, hey, we could be silly and crazy in this movie. And one of the things I think was the most challenging when we started to develop this project was tone, you know, because we dance with tone in this movie. There's poignant moments, there's tender moments. I don't want to give a whole lot away, but, you know, there's a serious aspect to this movie about our son. And yet we're funny.
You are.
It's kind of a comedy. At least we hope
It's a little dark comedy.
Yeah, it's a dark comedy.
Cool.
It's kind of like One Day at a Time was, like, where Norman would play with drama, but yet also get people to laugh. So that's kind of what we were playing with. So on the set, a lot of that was created. There were moments that were definitely experimented first. We did a week of rehearsal in Los Angeles. I kind of am the one that insisted on it because I knew we were going to get 1 or 2 takes to shoot that whole thing in 5
Literally,
days.
the whole film was done in 1 or 2 takes.
Yeah.
Every
I love
shot
that,
was 1 or 2 takes.
It was very fresh, to say the least.
And I think that freshness comes through, though, and I think when it's too rehearsed and there's too many takes to get that perfect shot, it takes away from the originality and the true feeling that comes through.
Well, it's interesting because through the few, we didn't rehearse every day for a week, but But I mean, through that came actually a polish of the script, a baby rewrite, and a lot of things, several things were shifted, and so that was really fun because we had the opportunity to sit down and speak the words to each other with Tracy there. And go, I'm not really comfortable with this. This is weird. Why aren't we talking about this? It seems weird that we don't even mention this. And so things were brought in, and it made it better on the day, but fresher too.
Yes, there was definitely a rewrite. This is funny because Tracy was like, I feel really good where the script is at. I'm like, yeah, but we didn't do the week of polish in LA. He goes, well, I mean, I feel pretty good where it's at. I said, no, Mackenzie Phillips hasn't had her chance to speak up yet. Because honestly, we learned from the best. We learned from Norman Lear and Bonnie Franklin.
And Pat Harrington.
About giving actor notes to producers and directors. And we had such an incredible experience as kids to be in an environment where that was welcomed.
Not only was it welcomed, it was invited and encouraged.
Big time.
Tell us about what Julie might say. Tell us about the language she might use, And the same with Glen's character, Alex. We were encouraged and invited to say, no, I wouldn't say that. Or Julie would say it differently. And then we learned what funny was. We learned some funny.
Yeah, Pat Harrington especially.
Pat Harrington taught us funny.
So much funny. He was incredible. But that was part of what we brought to Sacred Journeys too. I developed this project with my buddy Mike Colucci, and then Tracy came on board. So the three of us really wrote draft after draft after draft for 4.5 years. This has been pretty much a 5-year project.
We actually had a reading of it in LA.
Yes.
Long before it's what it was now. It was totally different.
It was a mafia movie.
It was a mafia movie. He was a gangster. I was his sister.
Yeah, I was in witness protection in Sedona, Arizona.
Yeah, and then it snowballed into Sacred Journeys, and I'm really happy with where it ended up.
Well, and the young man in the film who plays your son,
Matthew Costo.
Wow.
He's cute, isn't he?
He is, and you two have a really great chemistry together, especially that first scene where you're in the car together and you're having that little moment of discussion.
That little boy. My son is going to be 30 next year. Hello. And so, I fell in love with little Matt Costo because I remember what it was like to be the mother of a boy that age. And I'm not going to give away, but there's some deep emotional, undercurrents in Sacred Journeys that I, thank God, didn't have to deal with my own son.
Right.
I just smacked my microphone. Sorry, guys.
Sorry, Uncle.
They're all like, ow.
Right?
And the music in the movie is so fitting, and I know it was a local artist,
Eric Miller.
Yeah.
Eric Miller, incredible artist. You know, here's the deal. Like, we had incredible people. Our DP, Radon Popovic from Los Angeles, who works with Tracy on Alexander's films. He shot The Descendants. We had we shot on an incredible camera. The camera they actually shot The Hobbit, because our DIT guy worked on The Hobbit, and it's his camera. So it's not like the camera they shot with.
It's the camera.
The camera they shot with. So we had incredible production values from Los Angeles come here, but we also wanted to utilize Sedona vibes, Sedona talent, Sedona locals. I mean, 63 Sedona locals participated.
This is a love letter to Sedona. This film is a love letter to this town.
It really, really is. And Sedona is what made this happen. We got the support of hotels and restaurants and, you know, everything. I mean, the way this movie was made was I went to all my friends begging for can you do me a favor,
Free stuff.
please? Can you give me free things so I can make a movie?
How can you say no to this guy? Everybody loves Glen. I mean, how can you not love Glen?
I mean, literally our transportation was the Red Rock Magic Trolley.
We would go from set to lunch in the Red Rock Magic Trolley. We have pictures that we put up on Facebook
Yeah.
of the whole crew on the trolley waving.
Yeah. I'm like, don't ring the bell because I don't know if my neighbors are gonna like that, because we actually shot at my house. Oops.
So sorry.
But that's what it was. So, I mean, everyone that worked on this movie, what was so cool about it, especially those that came in from other places to work on the film, really got a good dose of our town.
And also, you know, when people say, oh, this movie was a labor of love, no. This movie was a labor of love. Most definitely.
It really was.
Yeah.
Do you think it represents to the outside world what Sedona really is at heart?
I don't know that you can represent to the outside world what Sedona really is at heart. Can you?
Well, you know, it was our intention to do the best we could.
Mm-hmm.
We'll all find out tomorrow night when we actually view this movie in front of Sedona to find out the answer to that. I'm really crossing my fingers on that one. But it is our intention, you know, because I've lived here now almost 20 years, 19 years I've been in Sedona. So I wanted to add an aspect of, you know, some old jokes. We make some jokes about some places that have closed and like really some
The fact that
inside.
Sedona has a TV station now.
Oh yeah, that's thrown in there.
No,
Some
but I mean,
shameless promotion.
I don't think it comes off as shameless promotion at all because
Really? Because it was totally intended as.
well, I get it. But you know,
Like, we make the logo a little bigger.
my character Tiff is a woman who grew up in Sedona and comes back and is in the hotel room with her son and goes, wait, what? Sedona has a TV station now? We used to have this and we used to have this and where's that? So you guys will like it. You Sedonans will like it, I think.
I think so too.
Yeah, and it's interesting because like when folks sometimes write about Sedona that don't live here, they write what they think Sedona is.
Right.
And our intention was to kind of put our characters who are, you know, have lived in Sedona for a long time, Matt coming back to Sedona, with the sense of like what we all know Sedona kind of is. And we have fun with it.
Yeah.
You know, my character is a Jeep tour driver who doesn't give a crap about life anymore. He's so over it. He doesn't care about vortex. He's over all of it. And I think that's kind of a flavor that works for folks that have been here a long time.
But then Marco's passion for his life is reawakened by the return of Tiff. And it's really kind of beautiful. I do have to say that when we were at Pat Harrington Jr.'s memorial the other day, we ran into Sedona Schnebley's great-great-grandson, Lindsay Schnebley. He was there.
It was so crazy. He came up and
He said, hi, I'm Lindsay Schnebley, and Glenn goes, what, Schnebley?
It was the first person we met when we walked in, because they had it at the DGA, and we were like, I was like, wait a minute, Schnebley? Did you just say Schnebley? I said, any relation to Sedona Schnebley? And he goes, yeah, that's my great-great-grandmother.
Yeah. It was so weird. We were like, oh, we just made a movie about Sedona.
Right.
About your great-great-grandmother's namesake.
Yeah.
It's weird.
That's
It's
really
really random. Thank you, Pat Harrington, for sending us a little message.
The little message of Sedona.
Yeah.
Another Sedona miracle.
Oh,
And
yeah.
there's another one of the woo-woo things that happen here. It's the most woo-woo town in America. Talk a little bit about your love interest in the movie, because I love him.
Oh, Stephen Wallum. plays Thor on Nurse Jackie. If any of you have seen Nurse
Love that
Jackie,
Fave show.
Yeah.
oh my
Love
gosh,
Thor.
it's so great. So Steven lives in New York City, so he came out from New York to play this role.
Had never been to Sedona.
Had never been to Sedona. Really hoped he could have been here this week, but he was unavailable. He's doing a Louis C.K. project at the moment. But was absolutely perfect. When Mac and I talked about this with Tracy, I'm like, I think I want to approach Steven. And the way we all know Steven is Steven came to see you in a play at the Blank Theater in Santa Monica Boulevard.
Exactly.
And then he told a story.
And because Lenny Jacobson, who played Lenny on Nurse Jackie, was in the play with me. And so he came to support his cast member from Nurse Jackie, and it just happened to be the night that Glenn and Bonnie Franklin were there.
That's right.
Yeah, Bonnie.
So we all kind of connected. There was that he loved our show growing up. It meant a lot. It helped, form him as a kid, blah, blah, blah.
Blah, blah, blah.
And we became very close Facebook friends.
Yes.
Thank God for social media, right? I mean, like,
Amen.
Amen.
Yeah.
Because we really did become good friends, and we
Yes.
would chat and talk. And when we were doing Sedona World Wisdom Days last year, he was kind of going through a really tough time, and he said, you guys seem to really be very grounded, and I have this thing going on in my life, and we kind of got close. So as we decided to make the movie, someone just approached him and said, hey, would you do this part? Would you come out?
And he was like, yeah.
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 And he did.
And it was great. He's so wonderful in this film.
He's really great.
Isn't he good?
He's that nice soft character in the background that needs to be there.
Talk about the king of underplaying.
Yes.
I mean, it's just beautiful. It's just beautiful.
He sets a beautiful tone. We couldn't have asked for a better actor. We're very thrilled.
Because he's just a total wingnut in person.
Oh yeah, he's crazy.
So the juxtaposition of who Steven is when you're sitting having dinner, and then who he's playing in the film is the hallmark of someone who's extremely talented and sensitive.
So, what's the future of this film?
Okay, so first of all, we got it made in time for the Sedona International Film Festival. I was sweating. The Sedona Red Rock News, Ron Eland here, did a beautiful article in the newspaper about the movie being there, and we hadn't even had it finished yet. I didn't actually tell him that. And I was like, it came on the front page, and I'm reading about how we're going to be at the film festival, and I am crossing my fingers, sweating, going, oh my God, we still have to finish the final mix. Like, it was crazy. It was like that. So we're very happy to be here. It is a 45-minute short, and we got it made as a shorts project through the DGA and through SAG. But its true intention is a pilot, television pilot. So we are, we're gonna, once we have it done, we're gonna show you guys this week, and then
And then we want to hear what you think about it.
yeah, and then we're gonna show some other folks that are interested in looking at it with an eye of developing it as something ongoing. That would be a dream. We also have on the table an incredible worldwide distribution deal with Beyond Words Publishing, who distributed the film The Secret, and they are ready to distribute this movie worldwide, ready to go, and we are just making sure that we look at all these other options because, like we said, our intention was it's a pilot.